Hello Stampers, this is Kelly Acheson coming to you from Menasha, Wisconsin, and today I have some fun new products to show you. And this is called Birthday Blooms, and we are going to be doing an emboss resist technique on here. Can you see how pretty that is? I just love this look. Birthday Blooms is a brand new stamp set in our mini catalog, and we're also going to be using the Birthday Bouquet designer series paper, and you can see mine is all chopped up here. I have been having a blast with it. It's absolutely gorgeous. We've just got some beautiful patterns in here. Perfect for the new year. Loving it. So let's get started. First of all, I'm going to take a piece of Whisper White cardstock. This is 4 by 5 1/4, and I'm going to use my Embossing Buddy, and this will help remove the static from my embossing powder so that it only sticks where I stamp my image. So here's our stamp, and with these bigger stamps I like to lay them down and apply my ink to them this way. That way I can see what's going on with them better. Just a little tip. It's what I prefer to do. I'm going to take my flower and I'm going to stamp it over here in the corner. Bring in, this is clear embossing powder. You can use clear or you can use white. It doesn't really matter. But we're going to get this covered. Tap it off a little bit. And we're going to heat set it with our heat tool. You want to kind of tip this in the light so that you can see that it is heating up and turning glossy. Some people like to go like this and whatever. You don't have to do that. Just hold it there and move your heat gun as you see the glossy happening. Can you see this? And then when I'm done, I like to kind of tip it in the light and make sure that everything is glossy. There's nothing dull and powdery looking. And this one looks fabulous. Always, always make sure you unplug your heat tool after you're finished with it, because if you have any pets, I've known a couple people who their cats have knocked their heat guns off of their tables, and they just have a toggle switch on them that can turn on very easily, and it has caused fires. So those heat tools are very, very hot. Now, our card base for our card is actually the mint macaroon, but what I found is that the pool party looked better on our rose image, so I'm using pool party ink. So I just don't want you to get confused by that because it seems kind of odd. We're going to take our pool party. Let me keep my bracelet still here. Lots of jingling going on there. And you're just going to swirl your ink around over your embossed image. And you can make this as light or as dark as you want it. I'm do mine just a little bit darker here. Isn't that pretty? Now, sometimes the ink will need to be wiped off of your embossed image. This one I don't have too much issue with, but just take a tissue and that'll brighten it right up. You can see we're getting just a touch of ink off of there. That'll brighten up your image a lot. And now for the rest of our card. I've got the Birthday Bouquet designer series paper here. This is 2 by 4. And I'm just going to put this right on the front of my card here. Sometimes I get a little sliver where I haven't cut it perfectly. Just throw that in your paper cutter and trim just a tad off. And now it's perfect. Super simple. All right, then I love the embellishments that I used with this card. I've got a little bit of our 1 1/4 inch white jute, and this is really pretty with this paper. And I'm just going to fold it in half and take my good scissors and cut a divot in it so it makes it like a banner. And then I just took a little bit of snail adhesive and put it down the front here. And I've got this longer than I need it. And I'm just going to line it up here and then press it down. That just kind of keeps it in place until we do the next step. Turn your card over and take your scissors in and trim off that edge. This ribbon is a little stiffer, so I don't want to wrap it around the back. It'll make a lot of bulk there. And now I've got some of our Blushing Bride sequin trim. And we're going to cut that off. So just so you know, this piece is about 5 inches long or so. And you are going to get some of these little sequins that will pull off the bottom, and I actually like that frayed end on here. But the rest of them won't come off. They're all individually stitched on there. So it's kind of neat too. So I'm going to just put that right up at the top. And then I've got some of our 1/8 inch silver ribbon. And I'm using about 4 inches of this. Whoops. And I just folded it in half here. I'm just going to fold this in half. Sorry about the wind, my goodness. It got really windy here in Wisconsin just a little bit ago. But it's 50 degrees, people. That's crazy weather. And now I'm going to bring in my Stampin' Up! Stapler. This has cute little staples in it. And you can see that I'm just going to catch all of this just like that. Isn't that cute? This is a nice little embellishment. And it really adds a little bling to your card. Okay, we need to stamp our greeting on the front, and I'm using soft suede ink and the 4U stamp. I'm going to punch that out with my 1 3/8 inch punch. And it's tight, but it does fit. And then I'm bringing in some Blushing Bride and the flower that comes with this stamp set. Isn't that cute? It's just the perfect little matchup. Okay, now for some diamonds. We need just a little bit more bling on this card. And I'm going to put 1 diamond right in the center of my little flower here. And then I'm also going to add some bling to my card over here. Oops. There we go. Isn't that pretty? Okay, this layer is going on to our 1 1/2 inch circle punch layer of mint macaroon. I'm just going to glue that right on here. Layers up perfectly. And I'm using a dimensional for the back. I'm just going to bring that up in here. Oh my gosh, isn't that just adorable? Here's my card base. This is 8 1/2 by 5 1/2. Oops. And then you guys know that I like to stamp the insides of my cards. Make them look pretty too. We can't neglect the inside. That wouldn't be fair. our happiest of birthdays to you from the same stamp set. And then I'm going to use mint macaron with the flower that comes in this set. I'm just going to stamp it right over here. Isn't that pretty? Inside our card it goes. As you can see, the Emboss Resist technique is a fast and easy technique that has a big wow. Isn't that cute? Don't forget to stamp up those envelopes. I think that's important too. So I'm just going to add a little flower here. Perfect. I have to tell you, I got a card in the mail the other day. Well, I've gotten lots of cards recently, but I did get a card in the mail the other day, and the envelope was so stamped up and so pretty. I was so excited to open it, and I didn't even get to the card yet. So remember to stamp on your envelopes. People really love that. If you don't have a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, I would love to earn your business. Pop me an email at kelly@astampabove.com and hop on over to my blog, astampabove.com, and check out all the great stamping ideas I have on there. Add a little sparkle to somebody's day today.